there was a Tony Robbins event going on, and I was not really into personal development at the time, and I was like,
Right.
yeah, Tony Robbins, like I don't know, that's not me. But my friend Brett Lockett, he's an ex NFL player, really cool guy. He was kind of a mentor to me. He was like, dude, you should come with me to this event. I was like, yeah, fuck it. It's like $1,000 for the ticket. I'll do it. I'll go.
Yeah, let me ask a quick question. Were you applying habits and discipline before that, or did it
Not
start after this event?
not really. This was kind of like this event is what changed the course of like everything for me, and I'll tell you the story. It's pretty crazy. So we were moving in about 4 days, and the event was 3 days long. So we are supposed to, I had like a Nissan Maxima, and we got a U-Haul trailer, and we packed everything into it with our dog, and we were supposed to leave on, I think it was like a Tuesday, and the event was on like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday or something. I forget how many days it was,
Right.
but I went to the event, and I was learning about energy and how to feel good and how to feel strong, and we were screaming and jumping and writing our vision and all this cool shit. And then we did this exercise where it was like a meditation. You're sitting down, you're imagining yourself as someone else who really loves you. So like think of someone that cares about you. I thought of my aunt because my aunt and I have a great relationship. She's a very pure soul, pure heart. So I imagined myself as my aunt. And you're this other person in your mind, and you're walking up to your future home, and you're looking in the driveway, and you're looking at the cars, and you're admiring the cars, and you're walking into the home, and you're admiring the beauty of the home, and you're looking at the pictures on the walls of your future family, and you're admiring the family. And you walk upstairs, and you're noticing the details of the beautiful home that you're walking up to. And then you walk into the bathroom, and you look in the mirror, and it's you the whole time. And it was like, I was like, whoa, I just loved my future self from someone else's perspective. So I truly felt love for myself through this process. Anyway, fast forward, I get in the car the next day to drive to Florida. And something changed inside of me. So I was driving, and I started getting all these ideas that were just downloading to me from the universe. It was like, why don't you try, duplicating this ad set? So I had to hire someone to run my ads and my support while I was driving. So I went on Upwork and I found someone. And I was like, I would call them, hey, can you try duplicating these ad sets? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And I was like driving, and I'm looking at my sales like going up, and I'm like thinking of ideas. Let's try running this, or, and these ideas were just downloading out of nowhere, and they were coming through me, and I was calling these people, and I was making them happen. My store went from doing like $800 a day the day I left, and in a 5 day span, it scaled to like $2,000 and like 15 grand and 35 grand and then 50 grand
A
in
day.
one day. And the whole time I'm driving, and I'm showing Madeline, my wife, I'm like, she was my girlfriend at the time still. I'm like, look at this. Like one day we did 15. I'm like, I just made $15,000 today driving. I'm like, I only spent like 5 grand on ads. I'm like, all right, this is amazing, but don't tell anyone about this. Like, this is too good to be true. By the end of the drive, 50 grand in sales, I'm like, I had more money in my bank account at that point than I had ever had before in a 5 day span. So I'm like, don't tell anyone about this. Like, I was like, thank you, God. And I wasn't really religious or spiritual at the time. I'm like, thank
Right.
you, whatever is up there. I know this is too good to be true. I know this can't continue I got lucky. Like, thank you for the cash I got, but I know this can't last long. Fast forward 2 months, I was making 50 grand a day for 2 months straight. So now I have all this cash in my account, and I had to drop off Madeline to do someone's hair. She was a hairstylist at the time. And I had like an hour and a half or 2 hours to like just kind of wait for her. And I was like, I got all this money now. What should I do? So I'm like looking on cars.com, and I see this gray Lamborghini that was like 5 minutes from where I was. So I'm like, let me go look at this car. No intention. Long story short, I ended up buying it in cash when I went to go look at it. And then about 2 weeks later, this is when the big aha moment happened for me. I'm driving this Lamborghini, and I realize this car was the exact same car that I had when I did that meditation, that exercise where my aunt was walking up to my house looking at my cars. And I realized I just manifested this physical item into my reality through putting emotion and energy into a thought. And that's when I was like, oh, this is something. So that's when my like real personal development journey
Right.
started.
That's when you notice there's something out there
That's when I was
that's
like,
inner work.
yeah, that's when I was like, I need to like really figure this shit out. So